Gardening can be a rewarding experience, but if you want to grow more food and have more success with your garden, these habits can help you become a better gardener. The first habit that will help you become a better gardener is to make a plan. I can't stress enough how important it is to make a plan. Think about what you want to grow. Do you like eating that food, or is it going to go to waste? Think about the amount of space you have, and can that plant grow in that area? Think about the amount of sunlight that area is going to get, and think about if it's the right time to be planting that. Like, you don't want to be planting onions in the summer. So think about the time of year and if you live in the right growing zone to grow that vegetable or not. Another habit that will help you become a better gardener is companion planting. Now, companion planting is the practice of grouping beneficial plants together. Like in this bed, I have my peppers growing, so I have some onions and marigolds in here. The onions and marigolds are going to help deter pests away from my pepper plants. This is also good for tomato plants too. Another habit that can help you become a better gardener is to know your soil. Now, each year you can be refreshing your soil by adding fresh compost, but be careful not to add too much compost to your soil, because that can make the phosphorus levels too high. And once the phosphorus levels are too high, it's kind of hard to get them to go back down. So be careful with how much compost you add to your soil, but you can add soil amendments. But again, you want to be careful with the amount of amendments. Never guess what your soil needs. Instead, you can do a soil test from your local extension office. They can help you do that, and then they can tell you what your soil needs. This next gardening habit may seem simple, but if you do it right, you'll be on your way to becoming a better gardener. You need to be watering your plants regularly and deeply. Now, watering your plants regularly doesn't mean to be watering every single day. If you're doing that, stop, because you're basically drowning your plants. Most plants need about 1 to 2 inches of water each week. That comes down to about watering once or twice a week. Maybe 3 times a week if you're closer to the summer months. But another thing to consider is that you need to be watering consistently. So don't be giving your plants the water they need and then stop watering. That's going to shock them. They need a consistent schedule. So make a schedule to go out and check and see if your plants need water. And a good way to check and see if your plants need water is just put your finger in the soil. If it feels dry, water your plants. If it feels moist, you don't need the water. Another watering habit that can help you water your plants more efficiently is to give your plants a deep watering, move on to other plants in your garden, and come back to that original plant about 15 to 20 minutes later. You basically want to give that first plant time to absorb that water. You don't want to give one plant too much water at one time, because then you might have runoff. The plant can't absorb all that water at one time, so you want to give it time to absorb the water and then come back and give it more water. The fifth habit that can help you become a better gardener is to practice crop rotation. Crop rotation means that you want to be rotating the different types of families in your garden beds. So for example, if you're growing tomatoes in one bed, the following year you don't want to be growing peppers because they're in the same family. You also don't want to grow potatoes or eggplants in that same bed. Instead, pick a completely new family of plants, like squash and cucumber are in the same family, so you can plant one of those, or you can plant maybe some sunflowers. Basically, the bottom line is that you don't want to grow the same family of plant in that bed. And that's going to help prevent pests and diseases that may build up over time. And there you have it, 5 gardening habits that will help you become a better gardener. If you found any information in this video helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more gardening videos. Thanks for watching.